Alright, so as I'm sure many of you are aware, Skyrim Anniversary Edition and Special Edition, as they're both the same thing, received an update the other morning. And with it has once again broken mods, more so than usual, including SKSE64 and any mods that require it, but also some mods dependent on address library. It has also force updated the game for some people that had previously downgraded, even those that had disabled auto updates on Steam. But modders have acted very quickly. So, of course, beginning with the patch notes for version 1.6.342, which actually includes quite good news. Added additional translations when downloading creations, fixed Ash zombies respawning and finding the player in their home for Ghost of the Tribunal. They also noted that this has to be downloaded manually in the Creation Club, so just keep that in mind. Fixed light flicker in the Ragged Flag and Cistern. Fixed Palomino horses, missing main textures. Fixed an issue where Creation Club bundles were incorrectly being shown as owned. Fixed an issue some players experienced when trying to change button mapping. Fixed crashing when spam casting Fireball. Fixed an issue some PC Steam players were experiencing when trying to upgrade using their keyboard. Fixed an issue causing out-of-memory crashes on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Fixed crashing after exiting Pelagius Wing during the Mines of Madness quest on PlayStation 5. Fixed a crash that would occur when trying to launch the game through activities on PlayStation 5. Fix an issue players encountered when naming their character, setting the default character name to Prisoner on Xbox Series X, and fix an issue when using the Download All button on Xbox. But that's not quite everything, as they did note the following on Discord. We've included a fix that we believe will reduce instances of the 0 kilobyte space issue that some PlayStation players have experienced. While this should help mitigate cases, we are still investigating and working on a more comprehensive fix. So the 0 kilobyte bug should hopefully be fixed for at least some of you, which is fantastic news, and I really hope this does lead to a more comprehensive fix, potentially even making its way over to Fallout 4, which has had the same issue for some players. They did request that if you are still experiencing the issue on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 that you reach out to them and let them know. Just be sure to let them know if you're running the PS4 or PS5 version, which will be indicated on your PlayStation dashboard. Now, for those of you that are using mods on PC that got caught off guard again with this update, I've got some good news for you. SKSE64 preliminary AE build has already been updated to version 2.1.4 in order to support the new 1.6.342 runtime. So you're good to update and use SKSE64 on this latest update. If you need any help, then you can just follow my SKSE64 AE video in the description. Address library has also been updated to support this latest version, so be sure to download and update with the all-in-one Anniversary Edition version 4. This will allow most mods that depend on the Anniversary Edition of Address Library to work with the latest update as well. There's no need to update most mods individually, but as alluded to earlier in this video, some mods broke more than expected. For example, SSE display tweaks has been updated for the latest version 1.6.342, as according to the author Slavic Potato, Bethesda has changed the functions of the plugin patches, which address library is of no use in such cases. This is also, unfortunately, not the only mod that depends on address library that has been broken by this patch. Other mods, such as Papyrus Util SE, had also been broken with this latest patch and will require individual updates to support it. According to the mod author of Papyrus Util, it will probably take a couple of days before they can get an update out for the mod. The issue doesn't seem to be quite the same as SSE display tweaks, but things are still uncertain as to why a few address library dependent mods have been broken by this patch. That's not to be said all address library mods are broken, as numerous mods do work, such as Quick Loot RE, More HUD, Engine Fixes, and others. It's just a select few mods that have been broken. So keep that in mind if you're going ahead with this update. SSE display tweaks, as mentioned previously, has already received an update to get around the specific issue, but it will likely be a few days until we receive updates for other mods affected. If you want to temporarily get around this issue, the Downgrade patcher by Helgari has been updated for the latest version. Not only can you go back to pre-AE as usual and use the SE build of SKSE64, which the link to my Downgrade tutorial will be linked in the description, but Helgari has also added a new optional file for the Downgrade patcher that will come in handy for a few of you. That being if you want to just downgrade to the previous version of Skyrim Anniversary Edition, that being version 1.6.323. The optional file will allow you to do just that. Keep in mind, you should only use this version of the patcher if you have a mod dependent on that specific version of Skyrim Anniversary Edition. If all your mods are compatible with the new patch, do not use the patcher. As for some other mods that have received updates to support this latest version, and some large new releases, some of which are pre-release, so keep that in mind. JContainers version 4.2.1, available on GitHub, has been upgraded to support the latest version of Skyrim AE 1.6.342 and SKC64 version 2.1.4. It's just pre-release as of right now, but that means we can likely expect an official release on Nexus in the near future. Project New Rain, Nemesis Unlimited Behavior Engine, has now been released on Nexus, so those that prefer using Nexus only will now have access to the mod. SSE FPS Stabilizer has been updated for 1.6.342, and Skyrim Lightloader has also been updated to add automated patching for 1.6.342 to 1.5.97, that being pre-AE. So, mod authors are doing a phenomenal job with updating their mods for each and every patch of the game. But even with that, I'd still recommend downgrading to pre-AE for anyone that wants to heavily mod their game and do a modded playthrough anytime soon, as Bethesda will likely continue patching the game for at least a few more months to fix issues introduced with the Anniversary Edition. There's also the fact that some mods still have yet to be updated for the Anniversary Edition, and some never will be. I'll have an in-depth video on multiple ways to prevent updates through Steam for the future so that this isn't an issue for you with every new patch. But for now, just be sure Steam is set to only update Skyrim Special Edition when launched, and only launch your game with SKC64 through your mod manager, of course, ensuring Steam is opened in the background when doing so. That will avoid updates in most cases, as long as Steam doesn't revert the setting. Again, Bethesda still plans on further updates for the game. We know this as they're still working on a more comprehensive fix for the 0 kilobyte bug. It's also expected that they'll keep on fixing issues with the new anniversary content. So with that said, I'm back to regular uploading, so you can expect much faster reporting on updates in the future. I also want to note for any of you that are unaware, we are trying to raise $500 here on the channel for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So if you have even $1 to donate, it would mean a lot to everyone. The donate link will be in the top of the description. It's for a great cause. Hope you guys join me for fighting the good fight. But that's it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please smack that like button down below, subscribe to the good fight if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to stay in all of my future videos. It'd be super greatly appreciated as always. And until next time, this is Apoqsi signing off.